Hi, families. I'm going to show you a quick way to do some annotating with your student at home. So, one of my groups, we read the story, How Living Things Help Each Other. We start off first. I have students do a picture walk. So, in this one, we have the title, they have the table of contents. Then they go in and they look at the picture. Okay, they look at the pictures, they see some interesting things. Oh, like on page 4, I see an orangutan, or on page 5, I see a bird. As they're looking at the pictures, they can come up with different questions that they have, and different wonderings as well. And we start off there. After they take a picture walk, we stop, and I usually have my students write down on a sticky note something interesting they saw. So here I have it modeled on page 5. I see a bird. So then they go ahead and they write down something interesting they saw. Some students may be able to write down more than one thing that they saw. So this is another group. They can write down a wondering. I wonder how caves are formed on page 7. And then here it says, what are the instruments used for on page 13? You know your student, you know what they're able to do. You can have them just start off with something that they see and then move on to a question. All right? So after they write their question down on a sticky note, you can usually have the sticky note go into the book where they can start it off, or you can kind of keep it how I do, like in a journal. Okay? Then you all talk about the different text features. You talk about the photographs. You talk about the heading. Talk about the table of contents. The table of contents is used to find information in a text. And then afterwards, you all go ahead and start to read. Make sure you and your student always read the headings. If there's ever any captions or any like little sidebars, make sure you guys always read that as well. And then after they read a few pages, I usually have them stop what they're doing. We discuss about what we read, and then they can come up with write down a question, or they can write down a new piece of information that they learned. So for this group, for living things, they wrote down that my motto is I learned some animals live inside plants, and I put the page number that I found that information on. So it's a good way for students to kind of stop and keep track of what they're reading about. You can also pull out different vocabulary words from the text too. And that's just like a little introduction to annotating. So that is a way that can help your student with comprehension as well. All right, so happy reading.